that was probably just the motor cooling down.
You hear that?
Exploring the woods alone at night? Yeah, it sounds crazy, but what if you came face to face with something or someone you were never meant to see? Tonight, we're diving into 6 of the most disturbing encounters ever caught on camera. Trust me, you'll think twice before wandering into the woods after dark again. And hey, a fair warning, the last story is absolutely chilling. Stick around till the end. It's February 14th, 2024. A freezing winter night. YouTuber Chris Beard, known for his fearless solo adventures, decides to go car camping alone on one of America's most haunted stretches of road.
Well, now you guys can see where I am. Purgatory Road. There's a car. It's honestly feels pretty comfortable right now. It's not terrible, but it's always different when you're by yourself.
Okay, you guys can see where I'm at. This is Purgatory Road. At first, everything feels calm. Too calm. Chris sets up his gear and pulls out a spirit talker, hoping to communicate with anything or anyone that might still linger there.
It is on. Hello? Like I want to look, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? Kind of creepy. What the f was that? Swear to God, something just hissed at me. Who just hissed at me? I'm not going down there. Screw that. All right. That was freaky. That was real freaky. Show you guys. I'm not it's like a growl hiss or something.
But things start getting weird fast. Chris hears strange sounds from deep in the woods. A growl, maybe a hiss, and he refuses to go any farther.
Who just hissed at me? I'm not going down there. Screw that. All right. That was freaky. That was real freaky. Show you guys. I'm not it's like a growl hiss or something.
Later, near a stream he's never noticed before, the spirit talker says, and then a splash.
This. There's no tinted windows. I wish the windows were tinted. Then I wouldn't feel like people are actually watching me, which I hope they aren't, but oh, yeah.
Chris is stunned. Then eyes, reflections, movement, and just like that, gone. He thanks whatever spirits might be near, but things only get stranger. He spots a mysterious light crossing the road. An orb, a figure. He's not sure, but he's not alone. Not anymore. After returning to his car, just when he's about to relax, footsteps, he turns around. Nothing, no one. But the camera catches what he doesn't. Something is lurking in the dark. He locks the doors, his heart's pounding. Then a knock. Chris tries to brush it off. Probably just the car settling, he tells himself. But again, the camera sees what he misses. A figure peeking in. Even the door handles jiggle. Someone or something was trying to get in. And when Chris finally sees it, he hits the gas and drives off, terrified. But what really haunted Chris that night? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. How would you react if you heard wolves outside your tent? It's March 4th, 2023. Alaska is frozen solid. Luke, the man behind the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, sets off on a winter camping trip with his 5-year-old son, Jake.
Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and me and my son Jake, we're taking my snow dog out into the wilderness of Alaska to go winter camping in a hammock hot tent. We're gonna be eating some amazing food, having a great time, and trying not to get eaten by wolves.
Their plan? a wholesome family adventure in the middle of nowhere. Everything starts out perfect. Beautiful scenery, cozy fire, hot meals, until night falls. That's when the howling begins.
Got the fireplace turned around so I can work on it a bit. You hear that?
At first it's faint, then louder, closer, too close. Luke knows the danger is real. One wrong move, one loud noise could mean disaster.
Gotta use my inReach to send a message to my wife, let her know we didn't get eaten by wolves.
Thankfully, they make it through the night without an attack, but the experience stays with him. This is your reminder. When you're out in the wild, stay alert. Not every scary story involves ghosts. Sometimes it's just nature, and it's hunting. Want to hear something even more disturbing? Stay tuned, because the next encounter might just be the darkest one yet. We just hit 150 subscribers. First off, thank you to every single one of you legends who joined this creepy little corner of YouTube. To celebrate this monstrous milestone, we're giving back in the most terrifying way possible. That's right. One lucky subscriber is going to win a haunted villa hidden deep inside a forest that doesn't even show up on Google Maps. Yeah, we don't do normal over here. But wait, there's more. We're also throwing in a cursed car, and the best part? It drives perfectly until you reach the forest. Then it just gives up like it knows what's coming. You'll have no signal, no help, and no clue what's out there. But hey, at least you'll have free real estate and maybe a few ghost roommates. So buckle up. This is just the beginning. Let's hit 200 subs. And maybe next time, we'll give away a haunted cruise ship or a possessed toaster. Hit that subscribe button, and maybe, just maybe, your nightmare will begin. It's August 26, 2024. The sun has set, but the air is still warm. At first glance, it's a peaceful evening, but what YouTuber Dan Lee experiences that night is anything but peaceful. Dan runs the channel Cursed Urban, where he documents eerie camping trips and creepy forest explorations. But tonight's adventure, this one hits different.
I go camping in a forest that's about an hour and a half north from where I live. The reports about this forest have been crazy, all types of activity there, all types of cryptids spotted there. But there was something even more terrifying waiting for me in that forest than any of that. Tonight's episode is terrifying, and it's an experience I certainly don't want to relive.
After driving deep into this forest with a haunted past, Dan sets up camp, lights a fire, and begins exploring. But something's off. It's too quiet. Just the distant chirp of crickets, then gunshots.
I hear gunshots. That's gunshots. I hear gunshots coming from over there. Oh, that's never good.
The shots echo from across the lake. Most people would have called it a night, packed up and left. But Dan, he presses on, determined to uncover what's really going on in these woods.
All right, we are back, and I hate to be this guy, dude. I almost didn't even want to say it. But while the camera was off, of course, I know I'm gonna hear it in the comments. I heard some sort of weird, like, sound coming from that way. It sounded like, I don't know what it sounded like. It's nothing I've ever heard before. Something really weird, like a chattering sound almost. But there's no animal that I know of that makes that sound. All right, we got Spirit Talker on. See if we get see if we get anything.
Suddenly he hears something strange, not gunfire, not animals, something unnatural.
There's been that scared me, dude. is some hikers on a trail adjacent to mine, and oh, dude, my heart is... I think I'm gonna start heading back the other way towards the campsite. Yeah, I am. Because I don't want to... I know all these people camping can see me for sure with my lights out here, but I don't want to push my luck and get too close to them. I know they're far away, but still.
He pulls out his spirit talker and starts recording again, hoping to catch something, anything that might explain what's going on. And then laughter. Not playful, not comforting. This is laughter in the middle of the forest, and it sounds close. Dan spots a group of hikers nearby and decides not to risk getting any closer. His instincts are screaming at him to get back to camp. Once back at his tent, he tries to settle in and sleep. He wishes for a peaceful night, but something or someone has other plans. As he drifts off, a flashlight beam hits his tent. But Dan doesn't notice. He's already asleep. A while later, he's jolted awake by the deafening roar of motorcycles tearing through the forest roads. Now wide awake, Dan tries communicating with spirits through a spirit box.
Shut up. Dude, these people don't stop. They're just racing up and down this road. Hello? Hello? I don't know what that was. I think it was just an animal, but...
But as he listens in silence, he hears something moving outside. He peeks outside, nothing. But that feeling, the one where you know you're being watched, it only gets stronger.
It's just really, really weird that we get others were scared, and then we hear something in the next minute outside the tent. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go review the footage real quick that I took while I was sleeping.
Dan decides to review the footage from when he was asleep, and what he finds, terrifying. Someone or something was lurking near his tent, watching him. Maybe it was the hikers, maybe it was the bikers, or maybe it was something else. Either way, Dan wastes no time. He packs up and leaves, shaken and swearing never to return to that forest again. But what do you think? Was Dan being watched by curious campers or something far more sinister? Let me know in the comments. And now, let's move on to something even more disturbing. Tonight we follow Bear, a YouTuber known for his wild camping adventures and daring treks into the woods. But this time, it's different. This isn't just any camping trip. Bear is deep in the Appalachian Mountains on a mission. He's searching for the one creature surrounded by legends and mystery, Bigfoot. Alongside him is Doug, another fearless explorer from the channel Fear Fanatics.
Anyway, for this adventure, we are in the Appalachian Mountains in search for the oh-so-elusive Bigfoot. Tonight, we're staying in an RV, and we got it parked in a very pretty, what would you call this?
We're boondocking. There's no electric, no water, no nothing.
Boondock.
We're in the middle of like pretty much nowhere.
No, we're in the middle of nowhere, but we're able to park the RV and there's a little fire spot for us. Other than that, we're surrounded by mountains, woods, and hopefully some Bigfoot.
Together, they head into the dark unknown, completely unaware that tonight they're about to experience something terrifying. As they venture into the trees,
Was it moving in the bushes?
Huh. Some just moved over there.
That's a game trail for sure.
That's a big trail. Look at that. Whoa.
Like even if it's not Bigfoot, lives like that. That's a big trail, bro.
Wow. This is right where I just heard something too. It was up. It was up this way though.
You gonna go on the trail?
Just for a second, maybe.
Go ahead. I'm already
they stumble upon a massive game trail, then movement in the bushes. The unsettling tension starts to rise.
Oh! Whew. What was that?
I don't know. Something in that tree. I don't know what
That
it was.
scared the crap
I
out
guess
of
it
me.
could have been a bird or something.
Could it be an angry coon?
It could have been an owl. Oh shit. What the fuck is that, bro?
I don't know.
It doesn't sound like a bird. I don't know what it is, you know? You think you see something and then it's just a tree?
You know, isn't it like usually one of the last?
Bro,
I know you're. Holy smokes, man! Hold on. What the heck? It was like a.
I saw something go flying through there, dude.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you got it on camera?
I don't know if that...
Man, I hope that sound. I hope they could hear that. That sucker
Dude,
was
that's
loud.
creepy, bro. Hold on. Thought I could still see the leaves shaking.
What?
Something was down there, bro. Something threw something.
The deeper they go, the more wrong things feel. That's when they hear it, a sound coming from the trees. At first, they try to rationalize it. Maybe an owl, maybe a bird.
You should try another Bigfoot call. You think? It could be a stupid idea or a good idea. All right, give it your all.
You want to do like a really loud one?
Yeah, so call them from all over the mountains. That's pretty good. That was good. That's probably what they do.
They make noises like that, right?
I always did it a little different, but I like that. I think oh, man, I just heard something fall through there. Hey. Go. Was that a rock? What was that? Ow, my face. Damn it. Go, man, don't stop. Man, if something's throwing something. Go.
But then something large crashes through the trees, and this time it's clear something is watching them. Bear points his flashlight at the shaking leaves. Something threw something at them. The forest suddenly feels alive, like it's listening. Still, they don't back down. Instead, they try to lure Bigfoot out.
Just quiet listening. I haven't heard nothing. Like, shh. I swear I just heard like a twig. Grab my light. Turn my light off. Let's go. Don't.
Something was in there. Something was definitely running up the creek bed at the end. Like, I don't know what that was.
Bear lets out a loud, echoing howl, the sound bouncing off the mountains. Silence. Then a crashing sound. Something is out there. And now it knows they're here. A rock slams into a tree next to them. Panic sets in. They sprint through the woods. No time to look back. Branches whip their faces. The sound of footsteps, not theirs, right behind them. They finally reach their van, slam the door shut, and sit in silence. Breathing heavy, shaking, processing. Was it Bigfoot? or something worse?
There, dude. Like something was in there. Something was definitely running up the creek bed at the end. Like, I don't know what that was.
And just like that, another terrifying encounter ends with more questions than answers. Some mysteries. They're meant to stay in the dark, but maybe that's why we keep coming back. On July 30th, 2024, YouTuber Yasko, known for exploring the most haunted places on Earth, heads into one of America's most chilling forests, a place locals whisper about and many refuse to enter. They call it the serial killer forest. Legend says a twisted murderer once stalked these woods, dismembering victims and scattering their remains among the trees. Even as recently as 2019, a body was pulled from the lake deep within these woods. And some believe the spirits of the victims still remain. Tonight, Yasko isn't alone. His friend Chris is along for the ride. At first, it's a calm day, just two guys, a tent and a campfire. But things quickly spiral into something much darker. They bring a spirit box and begin their investigation. As they wander deeper, they come across something strange, a collapsed wooden hut hidden in the overgrowth.
Why are these buildings here? Bro, that's like a... Is that a... That looks like a fucking body.
What the fuck is that?
Can you go look at that, please, before I go any further? I don't know if I should show that on camera.
Bro, I honestly
You know the
feel...
stories of this place, right? I mean, we all know the stories.
Well, I feel sick to my fucking stomach right now, dude. What is that? That actually looks like a fucking body bag.
Curiosity kicks in, but what they find inside, absolutely horrifying.
It says help you.
Help me from what?
I don't know.
Ah!
Bro,
What the fuck was that?
what was that?
This. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Inside the hut lies a human-shaped figure. Shoes, a tarp. Everything about it screams wrong. Suddenly, all the stories they'd heard, the rumors, the legends, they're starting to feel a little too real. Fear sets in. They race back to their car, but the forest isn't done with them yet. As they settle at their campsite, a chilling growl erupts from the bushes behind them. They sprint to the tent, hearts pounding. But the night is far from over.
For good measure.
We're literally sleeping right next to the foundation that probably has hundreds of years of history.
Bro, what is that? Bro, it sounds like a
You heard that's exactly 100%.
No, almost like a moan. When you're talking about the history of the foundation. I'm gonna
Wanna
stay
look
up for a
out?
bit, so I think.
Should we look out and just double check? Like, I don't know.
Flashlight is
Here.
right here somewhere.
Going?
Yeah. You have that girthy one. You can go check if you want. I don't know where I put
Maybe
my
we just
phone.
leave it. Maybe we just go to bed.
Later, while trying to rest, more strange sounds begin. Muffled voices, distant screams, a woman's voice crying out.
Chris, what the was that? That was a scream. That was coyotes in that direction. That was a scream.
Hello?
Guys, I truly think that there's someone outside of our tent right now. We hear footsteps approaching the tent. Bro, what do we do?
I don't fucking know. Should I be safer in here, but also it's fucking dead. Where's the machete? Wanna take my camera?
I'm just gonna look outside. Oh shit.
Anything?
No, truck's fine. Alright. I'm gonna keep the camera rolling.
Did you hear that? That was not an animal. Footsteps circle their tent. Whispers drift in the wind. It feels like something or someone is right outside. Chris grabs a flashlight. Yasko clutches the camera. They peek out. Nothing. But the feeling of being watched is overwhelming.
I'm gonna be awake for a bit, so yeah. I don't know.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh, I will. Chris. Yo, Chris. Alright, I'm gonna whisper right now because Chris is like knocked out. It genuinely sounded like a voice outside the tent. But I hear the wind picking up, so maybe it's just something traveling in the wind. That was a branch break. That was a branch break. It's been quiet for like 20 minutes. And all of a sudden, you know what? It's the forest, right? It's normal sounds. I'm gonna tell myself that. Cool.
Time passes. Chris dozes off. Yasko stays up. He hears something again. Then a branch snap. Loud. Close. Eventually, sleep pulls Yasko under too. But not for long. In the dead of night, he's jolted awake. He checks the footage later and sees it. The tent shook. Something or someone was there.
Hello?
It's in the truck.
Put your truck, bro.
Where's my keys?
So before that, someone like, it sounded like someone punched the tent.
Wait, what? Someone punched the...
Like shook me. I woke up and someone like, it's like sounded like, it's like punched like the side of the tent or something, you know, like, almost like, I don't know, just like touched it. It was like that, like, that kind of noise.
I don't even remember going to bed. My fucking mic fell off.
The two make it through the night, but barely. As the sun rises, they waste no time packing up and getting out. Still, the mystery remains. Was that really a body they saw? Who or what was outside their tent? Was it the spirit of a victim? Or something far more sinister? One thing's for sure, some forests should be left alone. But are you ready for something even more disturbing? Because the next encounter might just be the most terrifying one ever caught on camera. Meet Dan Lee, a thrill seeker and solo explorer who's no stranger to fear. He's the kind of guy who camps alone in the world's most haunted forests, and tonight he's back at it again. But this time in a place that even the locals avoid after dark.
Guys, we are back in the Skinwalker Forest this evening. I am going to be camping here tonight. I'm going to be trying to stay the night. I want to say staying the night, but I will attempt to stay the night and see if we can get some answers.
The notorious Skinwalker Forest. Dan sets up camp just before sunset, determined to uncover the secrets behind this forest's dark reputation. With his spirit talker device in hand, he begins exploring, walking deep into the shadowy woods. At first, it's quiet, too quiet.
Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? Whispers. Dude, I just heard whispers straight ahead. I just heard whispers. They were I couldn't tell what they were saying, but I could tell, like, it was somebody talking like this. You know what I mean? It was somebody talking just like this. Hello? Is there somebody else out here?
We make the noises.
Oh! What the We make the noises, dude. Right after I heard whispers, and I was telling you guys about, right after that, we make the noises. Dude, that's crazy.
But then, whispers. He freezes. The whispers are soft, almost like someone speaking just under their breath, but there's no one there. And then Dan's blood runs cold. The spirit talker replies right after the whispers stop. Coincidence or confirmation? Spooked, but still pushing forward, Dan decides to head back to camp.
Yeah, this takes me right back to where I set up camp at.
As he reaches his tent, exhausted, he signs off for the night. But the forest isn't ready to let him rest. Later that night, the camera's audio picks up something disturbing. Rustling, movement, then scratching. Something or someone is trying to get inside the tent. Dan wakes up. He listens. The noises don't stop.
There's something outside the tent. Guys, there's something outside the tent. What was that?
But when he peeks outside, nothing. The sounds return again, this time even louder. Dan sits silently for 15 minutes, trying to calm his breathing, waiting, hoping that whatever it was is finally gone. Shaken and sleepless, he waits for the sun to rise. As soon as daylight breaks, he packs up and gets the hell out of there. Whatever that was, I'm not coming back to find out. But the question remains, what tried to get inside his tent? Was it just an animal or something far worse? Some believe the skinwalkers, ancient shapeshifters from native folklore, still roam these woods. Others think it could have been a spirit, trying to communicate or even drag him into the dark. But one thing's for sure, Dan was lucky to make it out. And if that creeped you out, wait till you see what happened in the next video. Tap it on screen now if you dare.